It's hard to believe, but Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children are already growing up fast, and the royal world can't stop talking about them. Since stepping back from royal duties, the Sussex family has built a new life across the Atlantic, far from palace walls but never far from the spotlight. From Archie's big personality to Lilibet's striking resemblance to her grandmother, Diana, their journey has fascinated millions. Here's a look at Prince Harry and Meghan's two kids in 2025, Archie and Lilibet now. Since stepping away from royal life, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have devoted themselves to a quieter, family-centered existence in California, focusing on raising their two young children, Prince Archie Harrison and Princess Lilibet Diana. Their journey from royal newlyweds to independent parents living thousands of miles from Buckingham Palace has been one of the most public yet deeply personal transformations in modern royal history. A year after their widely celebrated royal wedding in May 2018, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex welcomed their first child, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, on May 6, 2019 in London. The birth of Archie was met with global fascination. Meghan and Harry, eager to preserve a sense of normalcy, chose not to immediately present their son to the press in the traditional royal manner. Instead, they held a small private photo call at Windsor Castle, where the world caught its first glimpse of the baby boy wrapped in his father's arms. Meghan later described the early months of motherhood as both joyful and challenging, revealing that the intense scrutiny from British tabloids often overshadowed what should have been a blissful time. By early 2020, after months of tension with the royal institution and relentless media intrusion, the couple made a historic decision. They announced that they would step back from their royal duties, seeking financial independence and the freedom to chart their own course. The decision, later dubbed Megxit by the press, caused a media storm, but also symbolized their determination to protect their growing family. That same year, Harry and Meghan relocated to Santa Barbara, California, settling in the serene seaside community of Montecito. The move marked a fresh chapter, one focused on peace, privacy, and purpose. In June 2021, their second child, Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor, was born at Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital. Named in honor of both Queen Elizabeth II, whose family nickname was Lilibet, and Princess Diana, Harry's late mother, her arrival further cemented the couple's bond with both royal legacy and personal meaning. Lilibet's birth also reflected how far the Sussexes had come, away from the grandeur of royal life and into the warmth of a close-knit, private family setting. At the time of their births, neither Archie nor Lilibet held the titles of prince or princess. According to royal protocol, such titles are typically granted only to the children and grandchildren of the reigning monarch. Because Queen Elizabeth II was their great-grandmother, the children were not automatically given those designations. However, following her passing in 2022 and the ascension of King Charles III, Archie and Lilibet became entitled to use the royal styles. They are now formally known as Prince Archie of Sussex and Princess Lilibet of Sussex, titles that stem from their parents' status as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, granted by the late Queen on their wedding day. Despite the formality of these titles, the family has chosen to use Sussex as their surname, reflecting their modern approach to both identity and tradition. Even with their royal lineage, Harry and Meghan have made it clear that privacy remains paramount when it comes to their children. The couple rarely share public photos of Archie and Lilibet, and when they do, their faces are often turned away or softly obscured. Their 2024 Christmas card, for example, featured an image of the family surrounded by nature, with the children playfully hidden from direct view. Similarly, Princess Lilibet's 2025 debut on Meghan's new lifestyle website, As Ever, included a glimpse of her silhouette rather than a clear portrait, an artistic choice symbolizing both protection and affection. Their decision to shield their children from media exposure is deeply intertwined with their broader advocacy work. Through their nonprofit organization, the Archie Foundation, Harry and Meghan have used their platform to address some of the most pressing issues facing families today. In 2024, they launched a program supporting parents whose children have been affected by online harm, reflecting their deep concern about the dangers of the digital age. Meghan explained their motivation during an interview with CBS News Sunday morning in August 2024. "Our kids are young. They're 3 and 5. They're amazing. But all you want to do as parents is protect them. And so, as we can see what's happening in the online space, we know that there's a lot of work to be done there, and we're just happy to be able to be a part of change for good." That sentiment captures the essence of who Meghan and Harry have become: parents first, advocates second, and public figures third. The couple's focus on creating a safer world for their children reflects their belief that parenthood is both a privilege and a responsibility. Now, let's take a look at the current life of the couple's 2 children. Prince Archie of Sussex, 6. On May 6, 2019, Harry and Meghan welcomed their first child, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, into the world in London. From the very beginning, the young prince captivated his parents with his calm and gentle demeanor. "He has the sweetest temperament," Meghan shared with the public shortly after his birth, a testament to the quiet and measured personality that seemed to define the newborn from day one. "He's really calm," she added, painting a picture of a baby whose serenity brought joy and relief to 2 parents adjusting to life with a newborn under the intense scrutiny that inevitably accompanies the royal spotlight. Naming their son was an intimate decision that reflected both tradition and personal preference. The couple initially considered the name Harrison, but eventually chose Archie, a diminutive of Archibald, a name steeped in history and meaning. Archibald, Meghan explained in later interviews, symbolizes bravery and authenticity, qualities they hoped would define their son's life. To honor the initial choice, they made Harrison his middle name, a nod to its historical roots as a patronymic in the Middle Ages, meaning son of Henry, or son of Harry. Through this choice, Archie's name elegantly intertwined the old with the new, reflecting the couple's respect for tradition while also carving out their own modern royal identity. At just 4 months old, Archie accompanied Harry and Meghan on their first official tour as a family abroad, traveling to South Africa. It was a significant milestone for the young family and a notable opportunity for Archie to meet influential figures, including anti-apartheid icon Archbishop Desmond Tutu. The visit, however, was not without its dramatic moments. Meghan later revealed that a fire had broken out in the nursery where Archie was staying. Though the incident left them shaken, the couple had to continue with their carefully scheduled royal engagements, highlighting the unique challenges of raising a child within the structured obligations of royal life. Despite such early hurdles, these experiences seemed to strengthen the bond between the family, as they navigated parenthood under extraordinary circumstances. The birth of Archie also coincided with a turning point in Harry and Meghan's lives. Later that year, they announced their decision to step back from senior royal duties, a choice driven in part by their desire to raise Archie outside the constraints and intense scrutiny of traditional royal expectations. For Harry, the decision carried profound personal significance, shaped by his memories of his own mother, Princess Diana, and the pressures she faced raising her sons in the public eye. "I have no doubt that my mom would be incredibly proud of me. I'm living the life that she wanted to live for herself, living the life that she wanted us to be able to live," Harry reflected in The Me You Can't See, the docuseries he co-created with Oprah Winfrey. "So not only do I know that she's incredibly proud of me, but that she's helped me get here. And I've never felt her presence more as I have done over the last year." Archie's early life was also punctuated with tender family moments that spoke to the love and closeness Harry and Meghan nurtured. Harry revealed that a picture of Princess Diana hangs in Archie's nursery, a constant reminder of the grandmother he never got to see. As a toddler, Archie's earliest words revealed a blend of familial affection and playful curiosity. After uttering "Mama," "Papa," and even "crocodile," one of his first words was "Grandma," a heartwarming nod to his late grandmother's enduring presence in his life, even if only symbolically. From the very beginning, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor's life has been a delicate balancing act of public expectation and private family devotion. His calm temperament, thoughtful naming, early travel experiences, and the love of parents determined to forge a different path, all combine to paint a picture of a child growing up with both history and hope, poised to carry forward the legacy of his lineage while also shaping his own story in a modern, more personal royal narrative. At the 2025 Invictus Games in Canada, Harry opened up to people about the impact of his children on his perspective as a parent and as a former soldier. He revealed that Archie had shown a deep interest in the veterans the tournament celebrates, asking thoughtful questions about their experiences and the sacrifices they had made. It's a very interesting conversation to have with your kids, to explain why that person is missing a leg, why that person is missing an arm, why do they look the way they do, Harry said, reflecting on the delicate balance between honesty and compassion that comes with parenting. As a former captain in the British Army, Harry understood the weight of such conversations. It's challenging but important, he added, underscoring the value of teaching children empathy, awareness, and respect for those who have served. Harry noted that while both of his children were still very young, Archie, in particular, was curious and eager to understand the world around him. Our kids are still so young, but Archie, especially, is asking those questions. As any parent knows, once you open that door and those questions are asked, or that conversation starts, more and more doors start opening, he explained. These early moments of curiosity, Harry suggested, offered parents a chance to guide their children through moral and emotional complexities, shaping how they would see and interact with the world. Reflecting on his hopes for his children at the 2022 Invictus Games, Harry shared a vision rooted in fairness and compassion. To grow up in a better world, to grow up in a fairer world, a safer world, a more equal world. It's not going to be easy, but I will never, ever, ever rest until I, as a parent, have at least tried to make the world a better place for them, he said. These statements illuminated not just a father's protective instinct, but a sense of responsibility shaped by his own upbringing, his mother, Princess Diana's legacy, and his military background. Archie's life also shifted dramatically with the arrival of his younger sister, Lilibet. Meghan shared on the Ellen DeGeneres show that while Archie loves being a big brother, the transition required adjustment. Everyone talks about what it's like for the second child, but no one talks about the adjustment for the first child when the second one comes along, she said. She described Archie's early reactions as a mixture of excitement and curiosity as he navigated the changes to his family dynamics. So I think they have this moment of, oh, this is fun, oh, this is how it is now. Despite the learning curve, the young boy embraced his new role with charm and enthusiasm, showing a maturity beyond his years. Archie has also made public appearances alongside his parents, reflecting the family's balance between privacy and public engagement. In their Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, which premiered in December 2022, Archie appeared in a memorable moment in episode 2, standing on a balcony with Harry as several hummingbirds fluttered around them. The scene captured both the serenity and wonder of childhood, a glimpse into Archie's gentle personality. The following year, Archie celebrated his 4th birthday on May 6th, a milestone that coincided with another historic family event, his grandfather King Charles's coronation. While Harry traveled to London to support his father, Meghan stayed in California to celebrate Archie's birthday, emphasizing their approach to parenting that combined family traditions with their own independent choices. In January 2025, both Archie and Lilibet made their first appearance on Meghan's personal Instagram account. The post commemorated the death of the family's rescue beagle, Guy, and featured a touching 90-second video showing Archie walking the dog on a leash with Harry by his side. The clip offered a candid, intimate look at the young prince, his connection with his father, and the family's devotion to both their pets and each other, reinforcing the image of a childhood that, while framed by royalty, is grounded in love, curiosity, and shared experiences. From early questions about bravery and sacrifice to tender interactions with his family, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor's childhood is marked by wonder, empathy, and growth. Guided by parents deeply committed to raising children with compassion and awareness, he is learning to navigate a complex world with curiosity, courage, and heart, all while embracing the joys and responsibilities of being the eldest sibling in a family forging its own path. Princess Lilibet of Sussex 4. Princess Lilibet. Lily Diana of Sussex was born into history on June 4, 2021, in the serene coastal city of Santa Barbara, California. Far from the grandeur of royal palaces, but surrounded by the love and warmth of her parents, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Her birth marked a deeply emotional moment for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, symbolizing both continuity and renewal within the royal lineage. Lilibet's name itself carried extraordinary sentiment, connecting generations of the British royal family while honoring the two most influential women in Harry's life, Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana. The name Lilibet was no ordinary choice. It was the cherished childhood nickname of Queen Elizabeth II, given to her because, as a young girl, she couldn't pronounce Elizabeth correctly. The name stuck, used lovingly by her parents, King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, and later by her husband, Prince Philip, who affectionately called her Lilibet throughout their 73-year marriage. For Harry, choosing that name was both an act of reverence and affection, a way to preserve the intimate memory of his grandmother in his daughter's life. The middle name, Diana, was an equally poignant tribute to his late mother, ensuring that her compassion, spirit, and legacy would live on in his children. When the couple announced Lilibet's arrival on their Archewell Foundation website, the message was heartfelt and simple. On June 4th, we were blessed with the arrival of our daughter, Lily. She is more than we could have ever imagined, and we remain grateful for the love and prayers we've felt from across the globe. Thank you for your continued kindness and support during this very special time for our family. The announcement reflected the couple's deep gratitude while underscoring their desire for privacy as they settled into parenthood once again. In the months leading up to her birth, Harry and Meghan had already shared their joy publicly during their groundbreaking interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021. When Oprah asked about their upcoming baby, Meghan smiled warmly while Harry exclaimed, "It's a girl!" He added with pride, "To have a boy, then a girl. What more can you ask for?" The Duke went on to reveal that they had no plans to expand their family further, saying with a laugh, "Two, is it?" Their excitement at having both a son and a daughter reflected their sense of completion as a family, a balance of joy and love that they had long sought since leaving royal life behind. Just days after welcoming their daughter, Meghan released her first children's book, The Bench. Inspired by a Father's Day poem she had written for Harry after Archie's birth, the book celebrated the bond between fathers and sons. In the dedication, Meghan wrote tenderly, "For the man and the boy who make my heart go pump-pump." The final illustration in The Bench included a subtle but touching detail. A woman resembling Meghan stands in a lush garden, cradling a baby in a sling, a clear nod to newborn Lily, while Harry and Archie sit nearby feeding chickens. It was a visual portrait of the peaceful, grounded life the Sussex family had built in California, far from the pressures of royal duty. The world got its first glimpse of baby Lilibet Diana on the Sussex's 2021 holiday card, which captured a moment of pure domestic joy. The image showed Meghan lifting baby Lily into the air, while Harry and Archie looked on with laughter and affection. The accompanying message read, "This year, 2021, we welcomed our daughter Lilibet to the world. Archie made us a mama and a papa, and Lily made us a family." It was a simple yet profoundly emotional statement that encapsulated the couple's journey. From royal newlyweds to independent parents creating a life defined by love rather than lineage. The timing of Lily's birth also carried symbolic weight. Her arrival came at a period of reconciliation and reflection for Harry, who had maintained a deep personal bond with Queen Elizabeth II despite the tensions that followed his and Meghan's departure from royal duties. In fact, before her passing in 2022, the Queen and her great-granddaughter shared a special virtual introduction via video call. Sources close to the family noted that the Queen was delighted to meet the baby and found the name choice deeply touching. The naming, though initially controversial in the British press, represented a gesture of unity, a bridge between tradition and transformation. Over time, Lilibet's life in California has remained largely private, mirroring her brother Archie's. Harry and Meghan have released only a few carefully chosen glimpses of their daughter, each reflecting their desire to let her grow up away from the glare of the spotlight. Family friends have described Lily as a bright and spirited child with her mother's expressive eyes and her father's fiery hair. The Sussexes' home in Montecito, surrounded by gardens, chickens, and fruit trees, offers the kind of normal childhood that Harry once longed for himself. In 2022, when King Charles III ascended the throne following Queen Elizabeth's death, both Archie and Lilibet officially became Prince and Princess of Sussex, in accordance with royal protocol. Yet, their parents have chosen to use these titles sparingly, preferring the surname Sussex for family matters and education. For Harry and Meghan, the titles are less about status and more about heritage, a connection to their roots that their children can one day understand on their own terms. Though Lily is still too young to understand the weight of her name, her very existence represents the blending of two worlds, the modern independence her parents fought for and the royal legacy they were born into. Through her, the memory of Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana endures, reminding the world that love, legacy, and family can transcend the confines of tradition. For Harry and Meghan, Lilibet's birth was more than the arrival of a daughter. It was the fulfillment of a promise to create the life Harry's mother once dreamed of, one filled with love, freedom, and purpose. And in their quiet corner of California, far from the palace walls, Princess Lilibet of Sussex has become the living embodiment of that dream. In June 2022, the Sussex family made a highly anticipated return to England to celebrate Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee, marking the monarch's 70 years on the throne. For Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the trip held deep emotional significance. It was their first official visit to the United Kingdom as a family of four. And most importantly, it was the first time their daughter, Princess Lilibet Diana of Sussex, met her great-grandmother, the Queen, and her grandfather, King Charles III. According to royal insiders, the meeting between the Queen and baby Lilibet was a tender, private moment. After months of anticipation, the monarch finally met the great-granddaughter who bore her beloved childhood nickname. Sources described the encounter as warm and deeply personal, with the Queen reportedly overjoyed to meet the little girl named in her honor. Similarly, King Charles was said to have had an emotional first meeting with Lilibet, holding his granddaughter during an intimate family gathering. The reunion marked one of the last opportunities Harry's family had to spend time with the Queen before her passing later that year, making the visit even more meaningful in hindsight. The Sussexes used their time in Windsor to celebrate another milestone, Lilibet's first birthday on June 4, 2022. The couple hosted a backyard picnic at Frogmore Cottage, their official royal residence, and the very home where they had once lived before stepping back from royal duties. The small, casual celebration stood in contrast to traditional royal festivities. It featured a relaxed garden setup, with homemade treats, balloons, and games for the children. Guests reportedly included a few close friends and their children, offering a glimpse into the more down-to-earth life Harry and Meghan have built for their young family. Shortly after the celebration, the couple released the first official portrait of Lilibet, taken by photographer Meghan Harriman. The image, shared publicly through the couple's Archie Foundation, delighted royal watchers. It showed Lily sitting on the grass, wearing a pale blue dress and smiling brightly, her red hair unmistakably reminiscent of her father's. The photo symbolized both her connection to her father's lineage and her parents' wish to share only select, controlled glimpses of their children with the world. As the Sussexes continued to share parts of their story in their Netflix docuseries, Harry and Meghan, released in late 2022, Lily made several heartwarming appearances. In one tender scene, Harry sits with his daughter on his lap, reading her a story as she giggles, surrounded by the family's dogs in their Montecito home. Over the footage, Harry reflects on the importance of learning from the past. What's most important for the two of us is to make sure that we don't repeat the same mistakes that perhaps our parents made, Meghan adds poignantly. There's so much, I think, from anyone's childhood that you bring with you into the present, especially when you're the product of divorce. The couple's candid words revealed their shared mission to create a healthier, more nurturing environment for Archie and Lily, one grounded in stability and love, not royal protocol. The final episode of the series introduced another deeply personal detail about Lilibet's life. Her godfather is none other than filmmaker, actor, and philanthropist Tyler Perry, a close friend of the couple who famously provided them refuge when they first moved to the United States. Perry recalled his reaction to being asked, "I was absolutely honored," he said. However, he admitted that he had one humorous concern. "I called them back and said, hold on a second. Does this mean we gotta go over to the UK and do all of that in church with the royal family? 'Cause I don't want to do that," he joked. Perry suggested instead a private ceremony in the US, free from royal formality, a sentiment that perfectly aligned with Harry and Meghan's independent approach to family life. Indeed, on March 3, 2023, Princess Lilibet Diana was christened by the Archbishop of Los Angeles, the Reverend John Taylor, during an intimate ceremony at the Sussexes' Montecito home. The event was attended by approximately 30 guests, including Tyler Perry, Meghan's mother Doria Ragland, an unnamed godmother, and several close friends. Described by attendees as joyful and deeply spiritual, the ceremony featured music, readings, and heartfelt blessings for Lily's future. Unlike traditional royal christenings, which take place in historic chapels with extensive media coverage, this one was completely private, a testament to how much Harry and Meghan have redefined what it means to raise royal children on their own terms. As Lilibet grew older, the Sussex family continued to balance privacy with occasional glimpses into their home life. In June 2024, they celebrated Lily's third birthday with another intimate gathering at their Montecito estate. According to People, the celebration included close friends, extended family, and a few of Lily's toddler playmates. The event featured outdoor activities, a pastel-colored birthday cake, and handmade decorations crafted by Meghan and Archie. Guests described the atmosphere as warm, homey, and filled with laughter, a far cry from the formality of royal banquets. By 2025, Meghan began sharing slightly more personal moments from their family life, offering fans rare glimpses of Archie and Lily on her social media. On Valentine's Day 2025, she posted a short, heartwarming video on her Instagram stories, showing her and Lily making bagels topped with heart-shaped strawberries in their sunlit kitchen. The clip, lighthearted and cozy, reflected the simple joys of motherhood. Meghan could be heard laughing as Lily, now an expressive toddler, eagerly helped spread cream cheese. The video quickly went viral, not because of its celebrity connection, but because of its warmth and relatability. What do you think about Harry and Meghan's small family life? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.